Every so often, a machine appears that rewrites the definition of ambition. It is not born from marketing meetings or focus groups. It emerges from engineers with something to prove, from a brand that refuses to accept second place. Picture a compact silhouette that hides a race car's heart, a car that looks at every corner as a challenge, not a compromise. It is the product of regulation and rivalry, yet it carries the presence of something far beyond its era. Decades later, collectors still whisper about it. Enthusiasts still study its stance, its mechanics, its sound. And even those who never drove one understand that this car captured a turning point in performance history. Because sometimes, one vehicle does not just compete, it defines a generation's idea of what competition should feel like. This is the story of how that transformation happened, how a racing regulation birthed an icon, and why its legend only grows with time. If you enjoy deep dives into automotive history and engineering legends, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on which car should be next. The Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 arrived in 1990 as the ultimate expression of what a touring car homologation could be. To understand why it existed, we need to go back to the context that shaped it. The 1980s saw the German Touring Car Championship, or DTM, evolve into one of the most technically advanced and fiercely competitive racing series on the planet. Manufacturers needed to build road-going versions of their race cars to qualify for entry. That rule forced them to translate their motorsport know-how into production vehicles. For Mercedes-Benz, this was an invitation to reclaim respect in a world dominated by lighter, more agile rivals. The W201 platform had already proven its durability in rally experiments, but Mercedes knew that to take on the sharpest competitors in DTM, it needed something far more specialized. The result was the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 3, 16, developed in partnership with Cosworth. That car debuted in the mid-1980s as a refined performance sedan, precise yet composed. But the sport moved fast. By the end of the decade, the opposition had raised the bar with sharper handling, more extreme aerodynamics, and aggressive weight management. Mercedes could not settle for a mild update. It needed a transformation. Engineers went back to the drawing board with one clear goal: build a version of the W201 that could dominate on the racetrack without sacrificing Mercedes-Benz identity. The project evolved rapidly. The first step was the 190e February 5, 16 Evolution I, produced in limited numbers in 1989 to keep pace with racing regulations. It was already a focused machine with larger brakes, adjustable suspension, and a revised engine. But what came next would eclipse even that effort. The Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 was unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show in 1990, and it stunned everyone who saw it. Its appearance was radical for the time. A wide body kit sculpted by necessity rather than fashion, towering rear wing, flared arches, and a deep front splitter designed to generate measurable downforce at speed. For a brand often associated with understated luxury, this was a bold statement that Mercedes-Benz could be both precise and ferocious. Every element of the Evolution 2 had a clear engineering purpose. The car's aerodynamic efficiency reached a level rarely seen in street-legal sedans. Its massive rear wing was not an aesthetic flourish. It was wind tunnel-proven to stabilize the car at racing speeds. The front bumper channels air with precision to cool the brakes while balancing front-end lift. Even the side skirts and wheel arch extensions were meticulously shaped to smooth airflow and reduce turbulence. Underneath, Mercedes-Benz retained the rugged backbone of the W201 chassis, but nearly every suspension component was upgraded for competitive dynamics. Adjustable ride height allowed the driver to tailor setup between road comfort and circuit stiffness, turning the Evolution 2 into a flexible yet focused performer. At the heart of the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 was an engine that captured the era's engineering obsession with high revs and responsiveness. The 2.5-liter inline-4, refined by Cosworth, featured lightweight pistons, revised camshafts, and improved breathing. Output on paper reached around 235 horsepower in road trim, but the race version, stripped of constraints, could produce far more. Unlike the effortless torque of larger Mercedes engines, this one demanded commitment. It thrived near its 7,700 revolutions per minute redline, rewarding precise inputs with a thrilling crescendo. For many drivers, It was the first time a Mercedes engine felt truly alive in a racing sense. Inside, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 balanced function with familiar luxury cues. The cabin retained wood trim and high-quality materials, but the bolstered Recaro seats and distinctive gauge cluster reminded you that this was no ordinary sedan. The steering felt deliberate, the clutch heavier, and the gearbox short and mechanical. It was an environment that demanded respect but rewarded confidence. You could drive it to a meeting, then drive it straight onto a circuit. That dual personality became a defining trait, and one of the reasons enthusiasts still consider it one of the finest analog performance sedans ever built. Production was strictly limited to 502 units, a requirement for DTM homologation. Each one was hand-assembled, painted exclusively in a deep metallic blue-gray finish known as Blanchwars, and sold at a price that made it more expensive than many flagship models of its day. Yet the exclusivity was justified by the engineering depth. The suspension geometry alone represented hundreds of hours of testing, and even the brake cooling ducts were race-derived. The Evo 2 was not designed to impress on paper. It was designed to perform under pressure. When the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 finally hit the DTM grid, it faced an uphill battle. Rivals had years of refinement, but Mercedes had precision. The car's aerodynamic efficiency and stability allowed its drivers to carry speed through corners others could not match. Its balance under braking became legendary. It stayed composed even in heavy competition. The work paid off in spectacular fashion when Mercedes drivers began to challenge for podiums and, ultimately, titles. What started as a response to being overshadowed became a full-force return to form for the brand. Beyond the competition, the road-going Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 built a reputation as the thinking enthusiast's performance car. It was not about brute power. It was about control, grip, and feedback. The steering precision, the predictability of the chassis, and the way the car communicated its limits made it feel decades ahead of its time. Enthusiasts quickly realized this was a machine built by engineers who cared about every nuance of driving. In an era when electronics were beginning to take over, the Evo 2 remained defiantly mechanical. Collectors today see it as one of the purest expressions of the Mercedes-Benz performance philosophy. It represents a moment when motorsport dictated engineering, not marketing. The brand poured resources into making the W201 chassis a benchmark of balance and durability. While its exterior may look aggressive, every line tells a story of function refined through necessity. The car's silhouette became a symbol of how precision could be visually expressed without compromise. In the broader automotive landscape, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 also marked a philosophical shift. It proved that luxury and motorsport were not opposites. They could coexist harmoniously. It paved the way for future AMG models to embrace their racing DNA openly while retaining road comfort and sophistication. The Evo 2 was the bridge that connected classic Mercedes refinement with the raw excitement that would later define the AMG era. 3 decades later, its influence remains visible. The way modern performance sedans integrate aerodynamics, the balance between comfort and aggression, and the idea of limited edition homologation specials all trace their lineage to this car. Even among today's turbocharged, electronically managed machines, the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder of the Evo 2 stands as a reminder of purity in engineering. It rewards the driver not with convenience, but with connection. The Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 was not merely an upgrade. It was a culmination of lessons learned from years of competition and relentless refinement. After its debut, Mercedes engineers focused on translating the raw data gathered from early DTM seasons into tangible performance improvements. The suspension, which had already been a highlight, became the centerpiece of development. Multi-link geometry was optimized to deliver neutral handling at high load while maintaining composure under braking. Each adjustment point, from spring rate to damper rebound, was designed with racing adaptability in mind. On the road, these features created a car that felt sharper and more communicative than anything Mercedes had previously offered in the compact segment. At the heart of the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2, the 2.5-liter engine represented a masterclass in naturally aspirated tuning. Cosworth cylinder head engineering allowed remarkable airflow efficiency. Mercedes improved the connecting rods, crankshaft, and lubrication system to withstand sustained high RPM use. The fuel injection system delivered consistent pressure even in lateral G-forces common on racetracks. Output figures might seem modest today, but the delivery was what set it apart. It encouraged drivers to explore the upper rev range, rewarding commitment rather than casual throttle input. This characteristic gave the Evolution 2 its reputation for engagement. It was a machine that demanded precision and rewarded skill. When paired with the close-ratio 5-speed manual gearbox, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 became an extension of the driver's intent. The throws were short, the gates well-defined, and the clutch engaged with satisfying weight. At high speed, every shift became part of the car's rhythm, a synchronization of mechanical precision and human timing. For those who mastered it, the experience bordered on addictive. The limited slip differential ensured that every ounce of torque was applied efficiently, keeping the car planted even when cornering aggressively. There was no electronic traction control. It was all mechanical balance and feedback. That purity is part of why enthusiasts regard it as one of the last great analog performance sedans. Aerodynamics remained the car's defining visual and functional signature. The Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2's wide-body design was not an aesthetic flourish but the product of extensive wind tunnel work. The massive rear wing provided measurable downforce, while the rear window spoiler and trunk lip fine-tuned airflow separation. Combined, they created a stable high-speed platform that instilled confidence in both professional drivers and owners who dared to explore the car's potential on autobahns or circuits. The front air dam reduced lift and channeled cool air to the brakes, while side skirts minimized turbulence along the underbody. In an age before computational fluid dynamics became standard practice, this level of aerodynamic sophistication was a remarkable achievement. Mercedes-Benz produced only 502 units of the W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2, each crafted with obsessive attention to consistency. They all left the factory in Blanchwar's metallic, a deep charcoal tone that accentuated the car's muscular proportions. Buyers received a numbered plaque, signifying exclusivity that has only grown more meaningful with time. The limited production run also reflected the purpose of homologation, to make just enough road cars to legitimize the racing version. In that sense, each Evo 2 represented the tip of a technological iceberg, the visible part of a far deeper engineering effort hidden behind DTM competition. On the racetrack, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 quickly established itself as a weapon of precision. DTM teams used the platform to explore suspension tuning, tire compounds, and aerodynamics in ways that pushed the limits of touring car racing. The car's predictable handling allowed drivers to push to the edge with confidence. It was neither unpredictable nor forgiving. It simply responded with honesty. The race-prepared engines reached astonishing outputs, and their reliability under sustained stress proved the effectiveness of the engineering philosophy behind the road version. Mercedes had achieved its goal, a car that could win races while reinforcing the brand's reputation for endurance and craftsmanship. In street use, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 offered something few other performance cars could match: composure. Where rivals focused on raw aggression, the Evo 2 balanced intensity with refinement. It could cruise comfortably, its firm suspension absorbing imperfections without punishing the driver. The cabin remained a sanctuary of precision, with clear instrumentation and ergonomics that reflected German thoroughness. This dual personality, the ability to function as a civilized daily driver yet transform into a capable track machine, gave it a unique identity. It was as if the engineers had built two cars into one chassis. The car's price reflected its exclusivity and complexity. In 1990, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 cost more than many full-size luxury sedans, placing it firmly in collector territory even when new. Yet for those who understood its purpose, that cost made sense. They were not paying for luxury features or prestige. They were investing in distilled racing technology. The car's hand-built nature, combined with its rarity, has made it one of the most desirable performance sedans of the 20th century. Today, surviving examples of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 command extraordinary values. Collectors prize originality, and the car's reputation for engineering purity has turned it into a benchmark for homologation specials. Unlike many contemporaries, it has aged gracefully, its purposeful design still modern in proportion and detail. The combination of wide stance, perfect wheel fitment, and functional aero gives it an authority that transcends trends. For enthusiasts, owning one is not about nostalgia. It is about connecting with an era when automotive excellence was measured by human engineering, not electronic programming. Driving impressions from those who have experienced the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 often highlight its precision. The steering, hydraulically assisted and perfectly weighted, provides continuous feedback. The suspension communicates surface texture without harshness. The braking system delivers linear, confident response without fade. It is a car that teaches the driver rather than overwhelms them. That is perhaps its most lasting contribution to performance culture. It rewards discipline and attention, qualities that resonate with purists who view driving as a craft. Beyond its mechanical achievements, the Evo 2 symbolizes a transitional moment for Mercedes-Benz. It bridged the era of hand-tuned analog machines and the coming wave of electronically enhanced performance. In that sense, it was the last of its kind. A car developed through mechanical ingenuity alone. It set the stage for AMG to expand its influence, establishing the formula that would define Mercedes' performance for decades. Without the lessons learned from the W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2, later models would not have achieved their combination of power and precision. The Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 entered the 1990 DTM season with immense expectations and intense scrutiny. It was the most advanced version of the W201 platform, and every aspect of its design reflected a commitment to racing success. Mercedes-Benz had learned from years of development that victory would require more than horsepower. It demanded balance, endurance, and aerodynamic sophistication. The engineers had already maximized the potential of the chassis. Now, it was up to the teams and drivers to exploit it fully on the track. During its competitive years, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 proved itself as a serious contender. Its aerodynamic package gave it stability that rivals envied. The massive rear wing, once controversial, became a symbol of function-driven design. While competitors relied on raw power, Mercedes focused on precision. The car's handling characteristics allowed drivers to maintain consistent lap times even on demanding circuits, and its composure under braking gave it a competitive edge. In DTM's tightly controlled environment, where fractions of seconds determined victories, these advantages mattered more than headline figures. The culmination of this work came in 1992, when Mercedes-Benz secured the DTM championship with the Evolution 2 platform. It was a validation of the brand's engineering philosophy. Meticulous development, relentless refinement, and commitment to balance over brute force. The championship did not just reward performance. It acknowledged a disciplined approach to racing excellence. For Mercedes, this achievement carried symbolic weight. It demonstrated that the company could not only compete in motorsport but master it without abandoning its core values of precision and quality. Outside the racetrack, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 became a cultural touchstone. Its radical appearance captured attention far beyond motorsport circles. Enthusiasts admired its audacity. It was unmistakably a Mercedes-Benz, yet visually aggressive in a way the brand had never attempted before. For many, it represented a turning point. The moment Mercedes proved that sophistication and speed could coexist without compromise. The car's design, once seen as outrageous, would later influence a generation of high-performance sedans. In ownership, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 rewarded drivers who understood subtlety. It was not about raw acceleration or top speed, but about connection. The car's balance made every input matter, turning each drive into an exercise in precision. Its naturally aspirated engine, though modest by modern standards, offered immediacy that turbocharged units could not replicate. The power delivery was linear, the response instantaneous. That sense of mechanical honesty became part of its legend. As technology advanced, later performance sedans began to rely increasingly on electronics to enhance handling and stability. Yet the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 remained relevant because it achieved similar balance purely through geometry and tuning. The multi-link rear suspension, a first in its class, became a template for decades of Mercedes development. The lessons learned from the Evo 2 would influence not only AMG models but the entire approach to performance engineering within the company. It was more than a homologation car. It was a rolling laboratory for the brand's future. Collectors and historians now view the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 as one of the most important performance cars of its time. Its limited production ensures exclusivity, but its engineering significance guarantees enduring respect. Unlike some limited edition vehicles created purely for prestige, the Evo 2 earned its status through achievement. It combined genuine motorsport success with build quality that has allowed many examples to survive in remarkable condition. The car's reputation has only strengthened as enthusiasts rediscover the value of analog engagement in an increasingly digital world. The design language of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 also holds timeless appeal. Its boxy silhouette has aged into a form of minimalist strength, each line purposeful, each surface communicating intent. The extended wheel arches and commanding rear wing no longer appear exaggerated. Instead, they express authenticity. In an era of oversized grilles and artificial noise, the Evo 2's restraint feels refreshing. It was bold, but never theatrical. The engineering spoke louder than the styling. Driving an Evo 2 today offers insight into how far the industry has come and what it has lost. The steering requires effort but rewards it with transparency. The gearbox demands precision but returns satisfaction with each perfect shift. The engine's sound, mechanical and natural, connects the driver directly to the car's heartbeat. There are no drive modes, no artificial enhancements, just honest performance tuned to perfection. This simplicity has become its greatest luxury. The Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 also played a role in shaping the identity of AMG. Before AMG became synonymous with high-performance luxury across the entire lineup, it was a small outfit focused on turning race knowledge into production performance. The Evo 2's success proved that there was a market for cars that blurred the line between road and track. It encouraged Mercedes to embrace AMG's philosophy fully, leading to a partnership that would define modern performance luxury. The DNA that began with the W201 evolved into an entire generation of cars that carried both prestige and power. Perhaps the most striking aspect of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2's legacy is how it continues to inspire modern automotive design. Elements of its engineering, such as active aerodynamics, adjustable suspension, and precise chassis balance, can be found in the latest high-performance sedans. Yet few capture its spirit. The Evo 2 was not about excess. It was about excellence. It demonstrated that true performance is achieved through understanding, not amplification. In collector circles, owning a Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 is considered both a privilege and a responsibility. The rarity, combined with its historical significance, means that restoration requires precision equal to the original craftsmanship. Parts are scarce, and expertise is specialized, but the reward is immense. Each maintained example preserves a chapter of automotive history that shaped how performance and luxury could coexist. At auction, prices for the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 have soared, reflecting not only scarcity but reverence. Enthusiasts are willing to invest because they recognize that its value extends beyond metal and machinery. It embodies a philosophy of engineering without compromise, a reminder of what happens when passion and precision align. It stands as a time capsule of mechanical artistry, created in an age when regulations forced creativity rather than restricted it. For Mercedes-Benz, the W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 remains more than a success story. It is a symbol of resilience. It transformed skepticism into admiration and competition into innovation. It proved that even within the confines of homologation, excellence could flourish. Decades later, the Evo 2 still defines what it means for a manufacturer to take racing seriously. It was, and remains, a machine built with purpose, precision, and pride. The Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 represents a rare moment in automotive history when regulation, rivalry, and innovation aligned perfectly. What began as a requirement to produce a limited number of road cars for racing homologation evolved into a defining statement of engineering integrity. Every element of the Evo 2, from its distinctive aerodynamics to its finely tuned suspension, was built to serve a purpose. It was not designed for mass appeal or luxury excess. It was designed to prove a point, that performance could be achieved through intelligence and precision rather than brute power. In revisiting the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2, we rediscover a philosophy that has largely disappeared from modern production. The car's appeal lies in its focus. There were no driving aids, no configurable settings, no illusions. The driver controlled everything, and the machine responded in kind. That mechanical honesty created a bond between car and driver that few vehicles since have replicated. It was a car that taught you to respect physics, to anticipate motion, and to appreciate the artistry hidden within pure function. As a racing platform, the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 achieved more than victories. It transformed the way Mercedes approached motorsport. The lessons learned from its DTM campaigns would ripple through decades of engineering decisions. The focus on aerodynamics, chassis rigidity, and weight distribution informed the DNA of future AMG models. In many ways, the Evo 2 was the first clear glimpse of what the Mercedes performance identity would become. A blend of elegance, discipline, and relentless pursuit of perfection. Culturally, its influence extended far beyond racing circuits. The car inspired a generation of enthusiasts who valued craftsmanship over flash. Its boxy design became iconic, representing an era when engineering spoke louder than styling trends. To this day, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 commands respect at any gathering of performance cars. It is not loud or flamboyant, it projects confidence through substance. Its stance, proportions, and aerodynamic details convey purpose, making it instantly recognizable even among modern exotics. The legacy of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 continues to resonate because it captured something timeless. The idea that technology should serve the driver, not the other way around. Every nut, bolt, and curve on the Evo 2 was designed to enhance control, feedback, and stability. That focus on the fundamentals remains a benchmark. Even in an age of automated systems and digital enhancements, engineers still reference the Evo 2 as an example of balanced design. Its achievements are not just historical footnotes. They are enduring lessons in how to make performance meaningful. In today's collector market, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 has achieved near-mythic status. Values have climbed dramatically, but its worth goes beyond economics. For those lucky enough to drive one, the experience is transformative. It delivers clarity, an understanding of how mechanical excellence feels when unfiltered. It turns every journey into a dialogue between driver and machine, free of distraction. That purity is increasingly rare, and perhaps that is why the Evo 2's legend keeps growing. The story of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 reminds us that greatness often emerges from constraint. Faced with the limits of regulation and the pressure of competition, Mercedes created not just a winning car but an enduring symbol of what precision engineering can accomplish. Its legacy is not defined solely by trophies or records, but by the influence it left on how performance cars are conceived and appreciated. In the end, the Mercedes-Benz 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2 embodies more than a chapter in racing history. It represents a mindset, a belief that perfection is achieved when nothing unnecessary remains. That idea continues to guide engineers, designers, and enthusiasts who see driving as more than movement. The Evo 2 stands as proof that innovation thrives when purpose drives every decision. It is not merely remembered, it is revered. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the remarkable journey of the Mercedes-Benz W201 190e February 5, 16 Evolution 2. If you enjoyed exploring the story behind one of the most significant performance sedans ever built, Be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on which automotive legend should be featured next.